Hello everyone, welcome back to another video from our channel. In this video, we honor American celebrities and other notable figures from around the world who have recently passed away. Before we begin, please show your support by liking this video. It truly means a lot. Thank you. Now, let's begin this emotional journey of remembrance.
Laughter grew quieter. Thomas Kent, T.K. Carter, the versatile actor who made roller skates iconic in John Carpenter's The Thing and brought warmth to every role he touched, was found dead at his home in Duarte, California, at the age of 69. Authorities said no foul play was suspected. Born December 18, 1956, in New York City and raised in Southern California, Carter started performing stand-up comedy at just 12 years old, honing his craft at the legendary Comedy Store before transitioning to screen work. His television debut came in 1976 on Police Woman, launching a career filled with memorable guest spots on Good Times, The Jeffersons, and The Waltons. In 1982, Carter immortalized himself as Knowles, the roller skating, headphone-wearing chef in The Thing, a performance that added unexpected levity to one of horror's greatest films. As Mike Fulton on Punky Brewster from 1985 to 1986, Carter became a beloved presence in American living rooms. His filmography grew to include Runaway Train, Ski Patrol, and Space Jam, while TV appearances spanned A Different World, Moshe, and The Nanny. His finest dramatic work came in HBO's 2000 masterpiece The Corner as Gary McCullough, delivering what the Boston Globe called a heartbreaking portrayal of addiction's quiet devastation. Yeon publicist Tony Freeman said, T.K. Carter was a consummate professional and a genuine soul whose talent transcended genres. He brought laughter, truth, and humanity to every role he touched. Carter is survived by his mother and children. Rest in peace, T.K. Carter. Your infectious spirit, comedic timing, and genuine warmth made the world a brighter place. The golden age of television westerns lost one of its finest, Roger Ewing. The towering actor who portrayed Deputy Marshal Thad Greenwood on CBS's legendary Gunsmoke passed away in Morro Bay, California, at the age of 83. Born Roger Lawrence Ewing on January 12, 1942, in Los Angeles. His 6'4" frame made him impossible to miss, but it was his warmth and authenticity that made him unforgettable. As a teenager, Ewing never dreamed of acting. Golly, I never thought that 7 years later I'd be on the show. Why, I didn't even have any ideas about being an actor, he recalled of watching Gunsmoke every Saturday night. His senior year variety show changed everything. The smallest boy in class was cast as Matt Dillon, and I played Chester. It turned out to be a riot, he remembered fondly. Ewing first appeared on Gunsmoke in February 1965 as Ben Lukens, impressing producers enough to be cast as Deputy Clayton Thaddeus Thad Greenwood in Season 11. Over 50 episodes through 1967, his character brought youthful idealism to the dusty streets of Dodge City. After retiring from acting in 1972, Ewing discovered a new passion behind the camera, becoming a professional photographer who traveled across Europe, Russia, Mexico, and the South Pacific. Friend Mark Ashworth remembered him as a kind and decent man who never let his fame or station in life go to his head. As news spread, heartbroken fans wrote, Roger was like a family member. He will be missed, but certainly not forgotten. Rest in peace, Roger Ewing. Your gentle presence and authentic portrayal of Deputy Greenwood will forever ride alongside Marshal Dillon in television history. The world lost a musical storyteller, Guy Vernon Moon, the 4-time Emmy-nominated composer whose infectious scores for The Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom became the soundtrack of a generation, was tragically killed in a traffic collision in Los Angeles at the age of 63. He died from traumatic injuries, leaving behind melodies that will echo through childhoods forever. Born February 7, 1962, in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, Moon's love affair with music began at age 5 when his father sat him down at the piano to learn boogie woogie. That spark never dimmed. He studied music at the University of Arizona in 1980 and moved to California in 1986, determined to make his mark. Inspired by jazz virtuoso Chick Corea, Moon found his calling in animation during the early 1990s, composing for series like Two Stupid Dogs, Johnny Bravo, and Cow and Chicken. But when he teamed with animator Butch Hartman, magic happened. Moon earned 4 Emmy nominations for Outstanding Music and Lyrics for the Fairly Odd Parents in the early 2000s, creating theme songs and scores that perfectly captured the show's manic energy and heart. He brought the same brilliance to Danny Phantom and TUFF Puppy, cementing his status as Nickelodeon royalty. Beyond cartoons, his versatility shone through work on the Brady Bunch movie, a very Brady sequel, Big Time Rush, and soundtracks for Minority Report and Fight Club. He received an Annie Award, multiple BMI Film and TV Awards, and was honored as Alumnus of the Year by the University of Arizona School of Music in 2018. Butch Hartman's tribute said it all: "My heart is broken. I have no words yet because there are none adequate enough. Guy was my friend, my brother, my family." Just months before his death, Moon celebrated his 40th wedding anniversary. He is survived by his high school sweetheart and their 3 children. Celebrations of life are planned for February 7th in Los Angeles and Wisconsin. Rest in peace, Guy Moon. Every fairy granted, every ghost fought, every adventure scored carries your genius forward into eternity. Clint Eastwood is not just a Hollywood icon. He is proof that authenticity outlasts trends, that quiet determination speaks louder than noise, and that a life lived with integrity can reshape an entire art form. From a Depression-era childhood marked by instability to becoming one of the most respected figures in cinema history, his journey is not about chasing fame. It is about crafting meaning. It is about a man who never bent to expectation, who found his voice in silence, and who understood that true power comes from what you don't need to say. Clinton Eastwood Jr. was born on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, California, during the Great Depression. His early years were defined by uncertainty. His father, a steelworker and migrant laborer, moved the family constantly in search of work, from Sacramento to Oakland to Seattle and back again. Stability was a luxury they couldn't afford. Clint learned early that comfort was temporary, that survival required adaptability, and that complaining changed nothing. He was a quiet child, not out of shyness but observation. While others filled silence with words, Clint filled it with attention. He watched people. He listened more than he spoke. He learned that presence didn't require volume. School didn't hold him. He was intelligent but restless, uninterested in structure that felt meaningless. He worked odd jobs: lifeguard, forest firefighter, steel furnace stoker. He served in the Army during the Korean War, surviving a plane crash into the ocean that could have ended everything before it began. Instead, it taught him something essential: life doesn't wait, and fear is a choice. After the military, Clint drifted into Los Angeles with no clear plan. He attended college briefly, worked construction, and considered a quiet life outside the spotlight. Then, someone saw something in him. A casting director noticed his presence, his physicality, the way he occupied space without demanding it. He began auditioning. Hollywood didn't embrace him immediately. Studios saw him as too tall, too reserved, too wooden. They wanted charm and charisma in the traditional sense. Big smiles, smooth talk, polish. Clint offered none of that. He was raw, understated, almost anti-Hollywood. For years, he took small roles, bit parts, uncredited appearances. He worked television westerns. He waited. Then came Rawhide, a western series that ran for 8 seasons. Clint played Rowdy Yates, a cowboy with grit and quiet intensity. The show made him recognizable, but not a star. Not yet. He understood something crucial during those years. Patience is not passivity. It is preparation. When opportunity knocked, it came from an unexpected place. Italian director Sergio Leone cast Clint in A Fistful of Dollars, a low-budget Western filmed in Spain with a minimal crew and almost no dialogue. Studios in America dismissed it. Critics scoffed, but Leone saw what others missed, that Clint's stillness was magnetic, that his silence carried weight, that he didn't need to perform strength because he embodied it. The film became a phenomenon. For a few dollars more, and the good, the bad, and the ugly followed, cementing Clint as the man with no name, a character who spoke through glances, posture, and perfectly timed violence. He redefined the Western hero. No longer the noble lawman, but the morally ambiguous loner who survived by instinct and will. Clint returned to America not as a struggling actor, but as a global icon. He starred in Hang 'em High, Coogan's Bluff, and Where Eagles Dare. But his most enduring character was still ahead. In 1971, Dirty Harry arrived and Clint created Harry Callahan, a detective who operated outside the rules, who asked the question society feared to answer: what do you do when the system fails? The role was controversial. Critics called it fascist. Others called it honest. Clint didn't defend it. He let the work speak. The film became a cultural touchstone, spawning sequels and debates that continue today. Once again, Clint had tapped into something deeper than entertainment. He had touched a nerve. But Clint Eastwood was never content to be just an actor. While starring in some of the biggest films of the 1970s, he quietly began directing. His first film, Play Misty for Me, was a taut thriller that proved he understood pacing, tension, and storytelling. He didn't announce himself as a director, he simply directed. And it worked. Over the following decades, Clint built a body of work behind the camera that rivals any director in history. The Outlaw, Josie Wales, Pale Rider, Bird, a jazz biopic that revealed his deep love for music. Unforgiven, a masterpiece that deconstructed the myth of the cowboy and won him the Academy Award for Best Picture and Best Director. He didn't stop. Mystic River, $1 Million Baby, Letters from Iwo Jima, told from the Japanese perspective with empathy and complexity. Gran Torino, where Clint played an aging veteran confronting his own prejudice and mortality. American Sniper, Sully. Each film approached with precision, restraint, and respect for the audience's intelligence. Clint's directing style became legendary for its efficiency. He rarely does more than 1 or 2 takes. He trusts his actors. He doesn't over-explain. He finishes films ahead of schedule and under budget, unheard of in modern Hollywood. He treats filmmaking not as ego, but as craft. His personal life has been complex, marked by relationships, children from multiple partners, and a deliberate separation between public image and private reality. Clint has never sought to be a role model in the traditional sense. He has lived on his own terms, made his own choices, and accepted the consequences without apology or spectacle. Politically, Clint has defied easy categorization. A registered libertarian for much of his life, he has supported candidates from both parties, opposed wars, advocated for environmental causes and LGBTQ rights, and famously spoke to an empty chair at the Republican National Convention. A moment mocked by many but entirely consistent with a man who has never needed approval. He has always been more interested in questions than answers. Today, in his 90s, Clint Eastwood continues to direct. Cry Macho at age 91. Juror Number 2 released in 2024. He shows no sign of stopping, no interest in retirement, no need for a victory lap. He simply keeps working, because the work itself is the point. Clint Eastwood's story is not about reinvention. It is about consistency. A boy who learned early that the world doesn't owe you comfort. A man who discovered that presence is more powerful than performance. A filmmaker who understood that silence can say more than 1,000 words. He never chased trends. He created them. He never needed validation. He earned respect. He never explained himself. He let the work stand. This is the story of Clint Eastwood, a man who built a legacy not through noise, but through clarity, not through compromise, but through conviction. A life that proves greatness doesn't require spectacle. Sometimes it just requires showing up, doing the work, and letting the rest take care of itself.